Hello. My name is Rachel from Rachel Detroit Coaching, and I help people find vitality and health through lifestyle change, right? So we reclaim our health through these aspects of lifestyle change. I help people find their way there. All right, so I'm jumping on here today to talk about why I'm not teaching certain type of cooking classes anymore and why I used to and why I'm not going to do it anymore. And it's a choice, right? And so the first thing I'd like to come forward to is to give an apology because in my career here as your coach, I have said, oh, I'm going to teach this, and oh, I'm going to teach that, and oh, I'm going to teach this. I've gotten really excited about certain types of cooking courses, right? Let's travel around the world and let's cook all these different things, and right, I've gotten excited, and so my first thing is to apologize to all of you guys, my family, for saying these things and not coming through. And let this be a lesson in it that everything is subject to change, and that's okay, right? So, first and foremost, that is where I start. And moving forward, the reason I cannot and will not teach those types of cooking courses anymore is because my gut and my body and my health tell me not to. Why? So I have struggled with compulsive and binge eating my whole life, ever since I was a kid, up until recently, right? And so it's this compulsive and binge eating. You eat to cope, you eat for feelings, you overeat, and so I would teach these really big, beautiful courses that were really stressful, that took a lot out of me because it was a lot of work, etc. And then after the course, I would eat everything. And then as I made the food to take pictures to demo it, and then once the camera was off, I would eat everything. And that is not healthy. And I, as your advocate for health and what health looks like, mental health, physical health, daily physical movement, plant-based nutrition, regular nutrition, all nutrition, right? And mindset, I was not being authentic to who I am and what I stand for with Rachel Detroit Coaching. I was going towards something that wasn't me, right? So I was being inauthentic, going towards something that wasn't me, binge eating all this. It was really good food, don't get me wrong. If you ever signed up for any of my classes, you can vouch for me. The recipes are awesome. I'm a really excellent chef. And right, and then I would binge eat all this food, and then the cycle would happen. I would feel bad about myself, then I would have shame, and then my physical wouldn't be good, and then my health was taking a tank, right? As I'm this advocate for health, right? So these cooking courses where I am showing off food for beauty or enticement, no more, no more. And so how is this leading me into my authenticity? Well, I'm an advocate of health, right? And so I am now continuing to open into teaching the cooking courses, to teaching courses about sustainable health, sustainable cooking, sustainable dishes that we can make on a daily basis that aren't going to cause anybody physical things. Like, for example, one of the things I made were these were awesome, raw date pecan brownies with avocado, and then I would eat the whole thing. That's not health, right? It's about teaching. How do we overcome these things? How do we become honest? What is the proper makeup of what we should be eating in a day, right? And so how is this leading me to my authenticity is now I have this space, right? First off, I've trusted my gut. I've trusted my body. In the beginning, it was like avoidance. Oh, I said I was going to do these courses. Let me just avoid it, and then it'll pretend it never happened. I never said it. Okay? And then moving forward, I'm like, oh, I actually said I was going to do all this stuff, and I never did it. Well, that's the first thing. I trusted my gut. I didn't talk about it. I didn't really know. I just know that my body didn't want to do it. So I trusted my gut. So there we go. So I listened to my body, the energy in my body. And now moving forward, I'm able to do what is really authentic. And so moving forward, the types of courses that I'll continue to teach and the types of food courses, right? So it doesn't mean the recipes are going bye-bye. It means that they are going to be intentionally planned for nutrition, for revitalization, for cellular regeneration, to help the gut microbiome. And I'll be honest, all of these desserts and all of these things with all the flours and the sugars and all of these things, they're dandy and they don't support a healthy gut microbiome, right? And so as someone who lives with an autoimmune condition, it is not in line with who I am to be eating, I would just pound down the pancakes. That's not in line with what I'm advocating. And so it's allowing me having this experience. A lot of times we think, oh, when something doesn't work out, when we fail at something, when something isn't exactly how we think it should be, we think that there's a problem. But actually, it's not a problem. This is one of the most wonderful things to happen, because what it has done is it has taught me to trust myself, and that I can continue to trust Rachel to make the decisions. And that if she makes a decision and then in hindsight, I'm like, well, it doesn't feel right with who I am, I trust myself to go back, and we can always renegotiate decisions, right? So to bring it all back together, I'm no longer teaching cooking courses that do not promote gut health, personal health, mental health. Doesn't mean, right? I'm still saying never skip dessert. So continue to eat dessert. And I'm not going to teach courses anymore that don't support true nutrition, true health. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with courses that teach you how to make cakes and bakes and all of these things, because there's a place for that. Those are wonderful. And it's not authentic to me, right? So still continue to find courses and do things that are that way. If that's what feels good for you, do it. I don't align anymore. And so what you're going to continue seeing from me are more and more courses that focus in on different mobility, physical movement, things that you can implement daily, what it looks like to have how does it look like to meal plan? What is the appropriate nutrient intake for the day? How to create this for your day-to-day basis. So I just wanted to come on here and share all that with you guys. I hope your Sunday is beautiful, and I'm out of here. Take good care. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye.